There they were, text after text from Mrs. Wilson with timestamps going back months. "Make them quiet by any means necessary" was sent at 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. "I don't care how, just get results before the review" appeared 3 days before the state inspection. "The board is watching our behavior reduction rates," and "do whatever it takes" filled the screen as she scrolled down. Jacob grabbed his own phone and started taking pictures of her screen, making sure to get clear shots of every message with the timestamps and phone number visible. I stood there fighting every instinct to grab this woman and shake her while she kept saying sorry over and over, that she never meant for anyone to get really hurt, that she thought the foam would just dissolve or come out naturally. She said she didn't know it would get stuck in their lungs, that Mrs. Wilson told her it was safe, that other centers were doing similar things to manage difficult behaviors. Jacob got everything: the recording, the photos, her admission that 12 other kids had been through the protocol, names she rattled off that I recognized from the center. We left her house and I practically ran to my car, driving straight to the hospital while Jacob followed in his car to make backup copies of everything. The ICU was quiet when I got there at 4:30 a.m., just the steady beeping of machines and the soft voices of night shift nurses checking on patients. Elijah's machines showed stable numbers, but seeing him lying there with tubes everywhere made the rage burn hotter in my chest. I sat next to his bed for 30 minutes, holding his small hand and telling him Daddy got the proof, that we were going to make this right. At exactly 5 a.m., I walked to the nurses' station and asked for Megan Bennett, the hospital social worker who'd just started her morning shift according to the schedule posted on the wall. She came out carrying a coffee mug with cats on it, looking tired until I showed her my phone with the recording. Her whole face changed as she listened to the first minute, setting down her mug so fast coffee sloshed onto the counter. She grabbed my arm and pulled me into a small conference room, closing the door behind us before pulling out a yellow legal pad. "Play it again from the beginning," she said, and I did while she took notes, her pen moving fast across the paper. When we got to the part about the quiet mouth protocol, she stopped writing and stared at me with her mouth open. After the recording finished, she immediately picked up the desk phone and started dialing numbers she knew by heart. She called the State Child Protection Hotline first, giving them her hospital ID number and explaining she had a mandated reporter situation involving multiple victims. Then she called the Attorney General's office emergency line, bypassing our local police completely since they'd already shown they wouldn't help. She explained to each person that this went beyond one child, that we had evidence of systematic abuse at a therapy center targeting disabled children. Between calls, she told me she was documenting everything properly for the insurance company, that with official reports filed, they couldn't deny coverage. She made 6 phone calls in 20 minutes, each time giving case numbers and reference codes while I sat there watching this woman work like a machine. The last call she made was to someone in the hospital administration, telling them they needed to get risk management involved immediately. 15 minutes later, 3 people in suits showed up, introducing themselves as the hospital's risk management team. Megan showed them the foam samples the doctors had removed from Elijah's lungs, which were stored in sealed evidence bags in the hospital lab. Their faces went pale when they realized what this meant for the hospital if they didn't handle it right. How many other kids might have been treated here with similar symptoms that got missed or misdiagnosed? One of them pulled out a laptop and started typing notes, while another one asked for copies of everything we